Hey family, how are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? Good morning and a blessed Friday to you. Blessed Friday to you. Thank you for tuning in. And today I'm going to bring you good news. Today I'm going to bring you good news. The reason being is that yes, we all know there's a new president in the White House. Obviously, being inaugurated only in January, but the effects are already there, and everyone is sharing good news about cryptocurrencies all over. And I'm going to share with you today a specific coin that has created millionaires in 2023, and it's about to do it again. So without further ado, let me give some recognition. Let me see the chats. Who's here in the chats with us? Let's see. So we have people stepping in and saying good morning. I'm trying to pronounce your yes, I think I'll tie on your surname, Mosibodi. So Mosibodi says good morning. Ricardo Kelly is here as well. Duncan says good morning, everyone. Ricardo Kelly says I'm here. Maurice is here as well. Um, yeah. So I almost had my own comment. So family, good morning and welcome. And it's once again an exciting time in the market. So, with before we get all into it, so please bear in mind that what we do is we share for education and for education purposes, and it's not necessarily financial advice. So I share what we do, and the results that it gets myself and a couple of my friends. They know who they are. If you are part of the NMS Nation, then comment uh, NMS Nation in the chat. You know who you are. Okay. Malcolm also once again said good morning. Um, Super Charlotte is here. Good morning. Uh, Catlejo is here as well. King is here. Franklin is here as well. Thank you so much for tuning in. So I'm going to share with you a coin that has created millionaires. Now, people don't want to hear this because I mean, what is it going to be worth to you? But I like where it is going now because yes, it has created millionaires, but the chart uh, basically came back a high down, and the product is ready to go to market. So remember what we said on our previous videos. Every coin represents a company, basically. So I'm going to share about this multi-billion dollar company, and their partnerships, etc. But before getting into it, let us clear this out. So we saw this video actually made headlines. In fact, let me share it with you. It's only 36 seconds long. 36 seconds long, and this video could change everything. So let's take the 36 seconds to do that. Okay, so it's important that one actually understands the difference between the Federal Reserve and the SEC. So the Federal Reserve is basically those group of individuals that write policies, and they decide how much money they're going to print. And the more money they print, the less value your money have, which you are actually holding in your bank now. So they don't have to come and take your money. They just print more money and cause inflation, and as a result, then you are obviously being robbed of your energy and skill. I could speak for hours on that specific topic. But whilst we're here speaking about the Fed, so the Fed, they are basically in charge of how much money is going to be printed, interest rates, etc. And the SEC is there to actually make sure that businesses comply with the law. So two different entities, but they are extremely important entities. So we see here we basically have Powell, where he expresses what the effect of the new president has on the Federal Reserve. We need to know that just because Elon Musk is on the list or is top in terms of the richest person in the world, that is actually not the case, because there are people that doesn't want to for us to know that they are in the trillions of dollars because they just create policies and create money. But yeah, so and that is why I actually came to cryptocurrency. It's because of what these guys are doing and the power that they have. And the president has no power over the Federal Reserve. So you might be in office and think that, you know what, I'm calling the shots, but that is not necessarily the case. Yes, you also have your bosses. And yeah, so let me play this short video. Hopefully you guys can hear it. If you guys are able to hear it, put a one in the comments. If you guys are not going to hear it, put a two in the comments. The video is playing right now, so you should hear it. Okay, some said one, some said two, so I don't know whether you guys could hear it, whether you guys could not hear it. So write it out. I could hear the video or I could not hear the video. Someone says no sound. Okay, so yeah, it's a very short video, all that's happening here, and they ask him, does the president basically have the control to fire you or change policies in terms of the Fed? Then said no. The president can't even ask him to. In fact, he said if the president asks him to resign, he's not going to do it because he doesn't have power over it. But when it comes to the SEC, yes, they are basically the president has the power to actually control them. So, and that is why I am basically in crypto. That is why in 2016 I decided, you know what, I'm even though I'm not in America, but I mean they have the biggest effect on all the other countries, etc. So obviously, at the end of the day, if their money is being devalued, why would I then? How much more our currency? So Zimbabwe one day woke up, the money was worth nothing due to sanctions from America. Germany one day woke up, the currency was worth nothing. And then that happened to numerous other countries, Argentina, Venezuela. So yeah, at the end of the day, yes, we can't maybe go without the local currency. But what I've decided is to obviously stock up on um, assets that is not being devalued. So your homework for today is to go and watch a video that explains fractional reserve banking. Hopefully, if we have time during the this month, I will maybe do a 5 to 7 minute video on fractional reserve banking. In fact, I do have one, so I will find him and I will post him on my channel next week. So what have you said that each cryptocurrency is basically it represents a business. Some are called meme coins. Reason being, it's basically just a joke. It's just a meme, and there's no business behind it, etc. So some are utility coins. Some are basically oracles. Speaking of oracles, super oracle has been trending throughout the world. They are actually having a launch soon, and I'm going to share a specific live on that project next week. So let me bring us closer here. So everywhere we are going to look, whether it is Facebook, whether it is YouTube, whether it is reading an email, everyone is speaking about cryptocurrency. And now that is obviously a good sign, but it is also a very bad sign because now people know that they can just basically go and create a scam, and because everyone is in the bull run mode, they will overlook and not look at it for what it is. So just be careful out there. So this morning I woke up, amino is up over 50%, and this can be attributed to a number of things. Number one, it is actually in the position to actually go up 10x, like 1,000%. But why is it happening at this point of time? What is the company Amino doing that could actually cause this result? Now, remember, it's all about word of mouth or marketing, and them obviously doing the right thing. So just before we get into it, remember, this is not a paid shell or a paid video, but it is just me basically explaining what we do and why I come to this conclusion. So many of my friends made hundreds of thousands from this project already, and some have made millions. Yeah, and at the end of the day, we had a full year of a bear market. So yes, the market came down, but what's happening now that people are so excited about it? So for those of you who are following um, cryptocurrencies, especially Twitter. If you are watching it on any other platform, um, then you might be getting secondary information because news first comes there, and then maybe YouTube, and then Facebook, and those kind of things. So yeah, at the end of the day, that's why they call it crypto Twitter, even after Elon Musk bought it, and it is basically called X. But at the end of the day, we know crypto Twitter has news first, and that is where things are happening. So Stasher, who is also an influencer. In fact, let's for those of you who are not following him, feel free to give him a follow. And we are in a well group, so I need to make a disclaimer and say, you know what, I am holding amino, and this is not me telling you that you need to buy it so I can actually sell. This is basically just me saying, you know what, yes, amino has done well for us, and they and where they are in terms of their journey, because yes, they came to market with the coin, but the product wasn't ready for the market. But now the product is actually ready for the market, and that is why people are excited. So, Stasher having a group where people actually listen to him in terms of getting early into certain projects. He gave everyone a heads up. He said, "I'm buying 50,000 US dollars worth of amino and soon, and he's going to do it publicly, and because of that expectation from the market, people started buying in already. So that is why the market is up 50%. um, I don't think 50K is a big enough amount to push the price up 50 percent in one day, but the expectation of his promise, that is what obviously did this. And yeah, many of us have even more than that 50K US dollars in the specific project. So yeah, and why are we here? So like I said, do not necessarily look at the project for who they are. You can even just look at the process of what has happened. It has launched, it has created its investors a lot of money. And yeah, it had a bear market, so the investors took profit. The chart, it came down, as you can see there. But now that every investor is out, everyone has the coins because it took a full year for them to get their coins, and now it has reached the bottom, and that is basically what is happening right here. So this, you can see, it is a height. For those of you who are traders, obviously would understand this is a height at the golden ratio, Fibonacci retracement. So at the end of the day, it's a good place to be. The private sale is completely unlocked. That means that all of the investors, they all of them got their tokens. So the reason why the market went down that much is because every month they would get their tokens 10%, 10%, 10%, 10%, etc. So some held, most sold, as you can see here. But if you got your amino, if you were investing to amino early and you sold high there, even though you only got 20% of the tokens, you got back all of the money and some profit. So incredible community is just listing. Big buys are coming, partnership with major merchants, and they have a partnership with the 49ers. Now, why is this significant? So remember, the 49ers, obviously, football in the US is like rugby in South Africa or in New Zealand. And yeah, so at the end of the day, they have a partnership with one of the biggest football teams. And what does Amino do? What is the project about? So Amino is, it's actually called Amino Rewards. So it is a mobile app which actually rewards you for keeping fit. So if you are counting, if you like, it counts your steps, and the more steps you actually take, it then rewards you for taking more steps. So it pays you to be healthy. Then it has discounts on like big brands like Nike, all of I don't have the list with me, but big brands. So look at your reward program, for instance. Let's say it's Pick and Pay or Spa or whatever retailers we shop at. So we go back to it because it obviously rewards us for doing it. And what the Mineral Rewards has done is they form partnerships with major merchants, and as a result, they are generating an income for that, and that money goes towards buying back the token. And when they buy the back token, same as the project that we've covered yesterday. If you didn't watch that, go and watch that one and see why that one did 100x. So yeah, so at the end of the day, the coin is up 50%, but it is not that much. Um, could be because in crypto we become greedy, but yeah, because if it were to be in the bank, one would actually have to wait to get 50%. I think you wait 5 years if it's 10% that you're getting on your money, but we all know that it's not 10% anymore. So if it's 7%, then it could be 7 to 6 years. But based on where it was previously in the market, it still has, yeah, it still has its upside potential. But don't take my word for it. Do your due diligence on it. Let me go and share Amino's Twitter handle, so you can actually go into your due diligence on it. So there you can see that they a preferred fitness loyalty app for the 49ers. They are actually running a challenge at this point of time. And yeah, some of the the some of the 49ers players have actually indicated that they are looking to actually be rewarded in cryptocurrency than US dollars. So just think of what your favorite player is earning and what that demand is in terms of if that amount has to be bought on a weekly basis to pay these players. If you look at what Ronaldo earns, what Messi earns, what all of this, I don't keep track of it, but just to put it in perspective, so you can actually understand what we are looking at here. So, um, all-time high usage of the platform. Twitter, remember what I said, it is crypto Twitter. So the last as you can see, if this were to be a price chart, then we would have seen that anyone can see that it went up, which means um, this person has made money. But this is basically the amount of people that are using Twitter: 434 billion can be global user seconds. Okay, global user seconds, because there are only 8 billion people in the world, so there can't be 434 billion people using Twitter. But this basically just refers to how much time people are actually spending on Twitter. So it is at the all-time high. And yesterday, Elon Musk actually had a great talk where he spoke about the fact that Twitter didn't necessarily cost him 54 billion US dollars. It is free speech that has costed him 54 billion US dollars. And I just watched the video of him, and I wanted to play it here, but he uses curse words, so I decided, you know what, let me rather not do it. Um, and yeah, uh, he says that, you know what, if any if something that he believes in costs money, then he'll definitely do it, because money is like, it's nothing. It's just numbers on the screen, and it is so true. Obviously, if you living under the breadline, then you might value money much more. But free speech, time, all of those things have a value much more than money, because you actually can't put the price on it. I don't want to go too deep into it. That is why we decided to create a new channel as well, where I'm going to speak about biblical principles on how to actually live fulfilled, and I'm going to be interviewing others and how what their belief is. And what I found is that most of the successful people actually understands that when it comes to money, um, money is a result of actually giving value or living a impactful life. And that is why we are basically created to serve. And when we serve or bring value, then we get rewarded. Sometimes in money, sometimes people are doing so much good, but they don't see the money in their life. Um, you don't have to decide on either or think that, you know what, if you're going to make money here, you are maybe not going to make it to heaven, etc. But that is basically just a belief. But like I said, that information is for the other challenge, and if for the other channel. And if you are going to follow that channel as well, where I'm going to speak about how anyone can actually start a business, and we are actually created to actually do that, because each person has a specific gift. In fact, I'm reading the book of a rabbi, a Jew, where he speaks about the fact that, in fact, the book's name, let me just give you the book's name before I go into it, or I'm not even going to go into it. It says Business Secrets from the Bible. So, obviously, if you don't believe in the Bible, then chances are you're not going to enjoy this channel. You're not going to enjoy the other channel. And it has been a difficult decision for me to actually be open and speak about it. In fact, it was a difficult decision because everyone said, you know what, especially if you go into this industry, you cannot be speaking about or be vocal about what you believe. But at the end of the day, it was actually an easy decision, because what I believe is worth much more to me than anything that the world can offer. So, if you are going to follow that, whatever I said, if you're going to follow that channel, put the two in the comments. If that is not something that you are looking to ever do, I just want to get where people's minds are. Or if you are not ever planning on building a business, or put the three in the comments so I can see where people are focused on. So I am a firm believer in the cash flow quadrant: employee, uh, self-employed, business owner, self-employed. So I give my staff off 1 day per week, not because they're working short time or they are not needed in the office, but that is the days when I work with them to start their businesses. So you can either be an investor into businesses. That is why I invest into crypto, or you can decide to start the business. And guys, just to give a shout out to Kellen. He's gonna share his story next week, and he's just finished his book, and he just got his first client. So I showed him how, and I first had to convince him that he can write the book, and then I showed him how he can get paid for it, and now I'm going to show him how he can make millions from it. So I'm looking forward to doing that interview next week, but it will be on the other channel. But I will share with you guys on this channel when I will be doing it. And once we have created the channel, then we'll send you the link so you can follow along. So all what we're doing in crypto is basically investing into businesses that has traction, that are doing great things, and as a result, then we have time freedom. So I love obviously going on holiday, etc. So but when it is time to work, I work hard. But yeah, so I think that even though what I do is I put systems in place, so when I'm not physically working hard, because automation is here, AI is here, and then I'm not being missed, because that can still be done, and wherever I am in the world I can still stream because I've got my phone with me. So I'm excited, and for the future, both, or not necessarily cryptocurrency alone. The reason why I'm excited about cryptocurrency space is, and why it will um, I believe that it will always flourish, is because it is not about cryptocurrency. It's actually about the businesses behind cryptocurrency. So people are starting businesses every day. But if you go up where I actually go up, then chances are no one has 5,000 rand in their bank account saved, because, yeah, go up on a squat in a squatter camp, etc. So at the end of the day, starting a business there wouldn't have been maybe ideal, but I had to start there. But I had to scale and grow it globally. But now I don't necessarily have. If I'm living there and you want to invest into something, you don't necessarily only have to invest there, and that's why businesses are being created, and they create a coin, and then you can buy into that business by with 100 rand or 200 rand, um, etc. So now, but you can do it where it is most profitable, anywhere in the world. Otherwise, you would have had to go there and do a deal, etc. But now you can easily do invest into businesses globally by buying into cryptos. So that is basically the gist of it, family. So I'm excited to be sharing with people our what we are doing, etc. And I know that you guys are excited for it as well. So I think this will be my last stream for the week. But however, we will be doing a live stream every day next week. So people have indicated that 7 o'clock in the evening is a good time. Maybe we're gonna what we're gonna do is we're gonna do one at 10 in the morning, one at 1 in the afternoon, and one at 7, and see which one gets more traction, and then decide on one. That is if my wife allows it. Otherwise, family, thank you so much for tuning in. And if you have any questions, the update is basically done. But for those who came on the tea time, but if you have any questions, I'm checking the chats here. So if you have any questions, let me know what questions you have, irrespective of what it is. I know this is a bold statement, so yeah, because people could ask any question, and sometimes people ask tough questions. So I'm going to devote 5 minutes to AMA. People can ask questions. Um, what's the time now? Okay, I've got 5 minutes. Yeah. So if the 5 minutes goes up, and then we'll have to call it quits. Oh, one thing that I actually want to do. um, No, it's not this one. In fact, let me quickly show you something. You're going to see a lot of this over the next couple of, in fact, forever going forward. So when you see it, I want you um, to know what it is. So I'm watching the chat. If there are any questions, if there are, in fact, I'm just going to, yeah, let me share that. Sometimes I share too much information. Yeah, hopefully I don't do today. But this is basically when you see these things, then you know that this is basically people who are trading. Now, there's a big difference between trading and investing. Investing, yes, it comes with time. I get so frustrated with people who get started and they believe that they are investors, and then a few weeks later, a few months later, they want to know, you know what, isn't it time to actually take profit? Yeah, you should rather be a trader. So um, this is basically a trade that we have done. So we do not only do trading. Yes, there's a division for trading, but what I believe is I invest, and with my profits that I've made, if I've invested 100K and I turn my 100K into a one bar, and then 900K is obviously my profit, then I can trade with 5K, 50K, a certain percentage of it, etc. So you are going to see a lot of this, but you don't want to actually be, just because this trade, if we are trading here with a 500K, so 15% is 75,000 rand. So that is 75,000 rand. That's trade I actually made last night, and I woke up this morning to this results. But I don't want you, I don't want this channel to be about that. This channel, I want us to identify the difference between what investing is, what trading is. The one is not better than the one is definitely better than the other, but I won't explain or say it depends who you are. So we have this group where we invest only, and then we have a group where we trade only. So I asked them this morning, um, are you printing also? Because everyone is printing money now. But I don't want you to think that when you come, oh, this person made 124%. One of our students. So, yeah, family, I just wanted you to understand and give you a sneak peek of what's going on in the inside. But otherwise, this live have been amazing. Where is a menu going from here? So, obviously, I cannot say, no, what this is where Amino is going to go. And I don't, because what at the end of the day, I am not a financial advisor. However, what I'm expecting, or what the market is expecting for us to actually get over a 10x from amino where it is at this where it is now. So obviously we will be because I'm in the well chat, I have inside information. So you need to have I think it's like yeah, it's the normal person doesn't have that kind of money to be a well in amino. um, yeah, you need like a few million, just holding that amount of tokens in order to be in that well code. But then you have inside info to know when things are going to happen, and that you can obviously use to your benefit. So yeah, so I'm not going to set a specific amount, but there is an expectation of 25x, maybe even 30x. But to any person out there, do your own due diligence, and yeah, in terms of time frames as well, because it depends when are you going to buy. So what we do at NMS Academy is basically give inside information when it is good, when I'm buying and when I'm selling. So you can obviously decide on whether you actually want to do the same or not. Okay, I think that is the end of it. So, family, thank you so much. Please do subscribe. Please do subscribe so you don't miss the next video that we upload or the next live stream that we are about to do. Please do subscribe. And if you enjoyed what we actually are learning here, please do share this with family and friends so people can be educated before they actually go out and make decisions. Because I believe that in order for you to make more informed decisions, you need to first do the learning part and learn before you earn. Because yes, the bull run is here, and more people are going to lose money than people that are going to make money. Why? Because most people do not know what they are doing, and what we try and do at on this channel is basically just to share educational videos. So yeah, people could actually understand a bit more. Thank you for tuning in. See you next week.